No, hi, Sunilji. How are you?
Um,
Heard a lot about you, and finally, very glad that we could meet, even if it's virtual.
Thank you.
Happy that IC Electricals is getting listed. I've been hearing about you all for some time now,
Right.
and glad to do this virtual interaction. So, we'll just introduce Trinetra Asset Managers quickly. So, we are a firm that specifically focuses on small caps and micro caps, and that segment of the market. We advise our clients to invest within, our portfolios. We also, once we invest in companies, we also sort of strategically back them throughout their life journey. We help companies to do fundraising. We help companies to place blocks and the entire, 9 yards per se. And happy to have connected with you and looking forward to, take this relationship further.
Thank you.
So, Priyam bhai, I just see. I mean, your video will be same or how it would be?
No, so what we'll do, we will just, start a Q&A and
I mean, so your outlook will be the same. I mean, that your background and everything will be same because there's a lot of
yeah,
light coming from the back.
more or less, yes.
But if you can, I mean, if there are some curtains or louvers,
I'll, sure, I'll do that. Yeah. And whatever, if we think that the sound is getting a little mismatched, we'll do it, we'll do that on the editing part. So,
Okay.
yeah. Right.
this is better. Correct. Priyam bhai, this is better.
Sure. So, before we kickstart, so Sunilji, if you can, just give us a brief background about your journey, how you started IC Electricals to the company that it is now today. How have the last few years been? And, in your own words, if you could just summarize the journey for us, please.
Our journey started in 2005 when we acquired IC Electrical. It was a Sikh company based at Agra. After acquisition, we shifted their plant and machinery and to Hardwar. Then we set up a brand new plant and established state-of-art new machineries, and we established our R&D setup from day one. From a single company, a single product company, IC Electrical is now a multi-product, multi-divisional company. हम लोगों ने सारे प्रोडक्ट्स जितने भी अपने डेवलप किए बनाए वो सब everything we have made in our own R&D. Today, IC Electrical works in three verticals. One is electronic division, another is electric rotating machine division, and third one is an EPC contract division. In electronic division, we manufacture battery charger, passenger information system, vigilance control device, electronic controllers, inverters, lighting systems, fire diagnosis systems for coaches and locomotive. Rotating machine division, we manufacture alternators, permanent magnet alternators, auxiliary machines, and traction motor and spare parts. These are also used in coaches and locomotive. And in our contract division, we take AMC of our own manufacture product, and also we undertake EPC projects for supply erection commissioning of overhead transmission line.
Right.
Now, the IC Electrical is now professionally run company. All the verticals are headed by different heads. Like our R&D department is headed by Mr. Rahul Verma, who is a retired scientist from Sri Plani. Sri Plani is a central electronic research institute of Government of India, and Mr. Verma was heading the power electronics division of that institute. Our production and technical team is headed by Mr. Sanjay Vishkarma. Our production is headed by Mr. Chauhan. QC is headed by Mr. Nitesh, and traction motor division is headed by Mr. Prantik.
So, 21 years into this business, I just wanted to understand how has the journey been? Was the journey linear? Has IC Electricals seen a lot of traction in the last 5-7 years? I think post COVID, a lot of railway capex has significantly increased. So, have the last 5-6 years been better than the years before that? How has the journey been for you?
See, our journey has been steady, and we had been growing more than 10% since our inception, since we started this business. We took hit only during COVID period when our railway stopped the passenger services, but we could make the losses we have suffered in coach division, passenger transportation division by freight and our contract division.
Right.
Once the COVID hit was over, railway government of India is putting a lot of emphasis on the development of Indian railway infrastructure, and so as government is putting emphasis, we are also growing with Indian Railway, and from 24 onwards, we are growing more than 10-15% every year, and we expect to grow more than 30 years in the next 4 to 5 years, because government of India is investing more than 3 lakhs crore every year.
And so, if we were to, basically explain our business in simple terms for the viewer who is watching it for the first time, or maybe someone who doesn't really know much about IC Electricals. So my question would be that when a train runs, how do IC Electricals products or services fit in? Inside the coach, locomotive, or the electrification system. If you could, slightly explain it in simpler terms, it would be much more, intriguing for the people who are watching right now.
We are present in all verticals which are running the trains. The trains are run by locomotive, trains are run by coaches with coaches, and trains are run by the overhead transmission lines which feed the power to the engine. Like we do as EPC contract for supply, erection, commissioning of overhead transmission line for Indian Railway, which provide the electricity to locomotive. In locomotive, we supply auxiliary motors, we supply vigilance control device, we supply the fault diagnostic system. In coach, we supply the lighting system, we supply the passenger information system, we supply the battery charger, we supply the electronic controllers, which controls the power of the coaches. हम लोग तीनों वर्टिकल्स में इस फील्ड में हमारे डोमिनेंस है. We learned one thing from the COVID, that dependence on one vertical is societal. So now we have equally spread our dependence on 3 verticals, so that if something goes wrong in one vertical, other will take care.
Right. तो मतलब basically coach, locomotive और हमारा जो EPC है, that is all revenue mix is even.
Yes.
Okay.
3 ही चीज चाहिए ट्रेन को रन करने के लिए. पावर चाहिए, आउटसाइड पावर, फिर लोकोमोटिव चाहिए और कोचेस चाहिए.
Right.
We are not in the wagon industry. Wagon is a separate ball game.
Right.
वो मैकेनिकल है टोटली, हम उसमें नहीं है.
Right. And sir, with newer trains coming up, with Vande Bharat coming up in the last few years, is the electric and electronic content per train increasing? Because I think trains are also becoming much more tech heavy that way.
Yeah, it is increasing. It is
It is
increasing.
increasing. Right.
And railway is providing more services in Vande Bharat, like infotainment system, passenger information systems. There is emphasis on passenger comfort. So electronic systems are there to improve the comfort of the passengers.
And sir, what type of vendor are we for the railways right now? Are we L3, L2? Where are we, sir?
It depends. So, you see, L1, L2 depends on the our costing. Suppose we are in Northwest Company.
Right.
Servicing Northern Railway will be we our cost comes down by because freight component goes down.
Mhm.
So we have to quote geographically, and wherever we take advantage, we get advantage. We get the L1 position and somewhere L2. But there is a policy of railway they divide business among all the bidders,
Right.
and at least L2, L3, L4. If tender size is bigger, it goes up to L4. Otherwise, mostly it is L1, L2.
Mostly it is L1, L2. Right.
But we are in a high tech business, technological based business. So competition is less.
Right. And sir, इसमें मतलब why is competition less in terms of our what is the our moat exactly? Is the because we are in the supply chain for railways, that is definitely a moat. But is cost our moat? Is our we're doing multiple SKUs, that is a moat. What exactly?
Our main strength is our R&D. We
Ah,
keep on developing innovative products for Indian Railway. I'll give you a recent example. We have been supplying battery chargers for last 20 years to Indian Railway. We were last year we were supplying battery charger with revision 1. 6 months ago we innovated and developed new version of battery charger revision 2. Now earlier competition was around 15 vendors. Now it has been reduced to 5 vendors. So that's how we beat the competition.
right. So it has been reduced to 5 vendors because they could not meet
Other could not
technical specifications, or
yes, other could not meet the technical specification. They will meet, but after 4-5 years. By that time, we might migrate for revision 3.
right.
The work is on because we keep on offering new advantage to Indian Railway.
Right. And sir, this theme is everywhere, Make in India right now. So Indian Railways may also, is this a strong theme for indigenized products? Is there a big push?
It's a strong theme in Indian Railway.
Right. And so how is our order book stacking up, sir, right now? What is the visibility for the next 2-3 years?
You see, today as on date, I am having an order of more than 180 crores.
Right.
And visibility going forward is very strong because railway is investing in their infrastructure, and we are part of their infrastructure in being it a rolling stock or overhead transmission infrastructure.
Mhm. And so how do you see traction in terms of once we are, let's say, railways is a sticky business. I think everyone is now well aware of that. If you're there in that supply chain, it becomes a recurring business. But what we've seen in other companies is that, things tend to plateau, after a while. So what are your plans for the next 3-4 years? Are you moving into different products, different SKUs? Yeah.
Okay. There is a huge growth story in Indian Railway. I start with my EPC business. EPC business, railway is likely to convert their whole system from one into.
So वो EPC business exactly क्या है? Exactly क्या था?
मैं बता रहा हूँ.
Right.
एक तो है कि जो हम जहाँ पे wherever electrification is not there, we put the new lines. Now their railway has saturated their running capacity, track capacity. So if they have to introduce new trains on the same route, they have to increase their capacity of their electrical installations. This means they have to double the capacity of their electrical OHE system. उसको अभी the Indian Railway is running 1 into 25 kV. Now the railway is going for 2 into 25 kV system. That means that there will be new substations. Old substation would be scrapped, new will be built, and there will be a separate separate overhead transmission in reverse direction, which will
So,
increase.
To keep it simple, what is the difference between 1 into 25 and 2 into 25?
डिफरेंस ये है कि एक तो सब स्टेशन जो उसको फीड करते हैं उसकी पावर डबल कर दी जाती है, डबल से भी ज्यादा।
अच्छा,
उसके में हायर हायर एंड के ट्रांसफार्मर्स और इक्विपमेंट्स उसके अंदर लगते हैं। फिर जो OHE suppose is running in north direction, there will be another OHE AC current which will flow in south direction. Once these two cross, the capacity gets double. This means suppose the railway has a system of having a section of 35 to 40 kilometers, which is fed by the one substation. This suppose today they are running 2 trains in that system. Tomorrow they would be in a position to run 4 trains in that system. So automatically on the same track they will be able to run more trains. So their capacity goes up, passenger carrying capacity.
Right.
This is in simple way. For this next 15 years there is an ample business, and railway is likely to invest around 30 to 40,000 crore every year. And there is a once capacity gets doubled, railway would introduce new trains. Railway will manufacture more locomotive. So then our business for coaches and locomotive goes up. Now we are going for backward integration for our OHE business, that we are like with foreign collaboration, we are likely to make the transformer, high-end transformer, which will be, as on date we are buying from outside, then we will be buying from our own unit.
So you are going to make high-end transformers in-house?
In-house.
In-house. Okay.
Primarily railway, and then we will diversify to other power sector also, because there is tremendous growth in power sector too.
But so what kV are the transformers of?
They will be 132 kV or run above.
Okay.
And there is going to be we are going to introduce new electronic equipments like high auto load converter for locomotive with for Korean collaboration. We are going to introduce integrated power supply with Korean collaboration.
Jay is our in-house power expert. Do you please open Jay?
Yes,
So
I just
there are a very healthy pipeline of new products being introduced over a period of 1 to 2 years.
Right.
Which will fuel the growth of our company.
Right.
But so what I understood right now is from your EPC business is basically you are procuring all the materials, be it transformers, be it metallic lines, and you are just making this overhead subsystems for this. What are the typical margins for this vertical of yours? And
typical margin for this is around 25% at gross level, and 10 to 12% is net level, depending on the project to project.
And do we have anything in-house currently for wires or for like as you said, you are going?
Everything is done in-house. We have our own dedicated teams who does this job.
Good. And for other verticals, what is typical margin structure, gross or EBITDA?
Gross for electronic division is around more than 45%, and rotating machine it is around more than 40%.
Right, but the volumes would be lower for both these divisions, right? Is that the case?
What did I beg your pardon? I didn't get your question. Could you repeat?
The volumes would be lower for these both verticals, or how is it? Is your focus going forward more towards these verticals, or what is your planning? What is the strategy going forward?
The strategy going forward is to increase the volumes in our product division, as well as keeping the same percentage for EPC. The profitability comes from the product division, but larger volume business would come from APC as well as after backward indication, we will get our own in-house product also.
Good, sir. And what is the bidding situation like? Like you're bidding directly to the Indian Railways through government portals, or you are bidding towards like BLW, CLW. How is it for products and for EPC both?
You see, Indian Railway has its own portal
Mhm.
in which everything is bid through that. Be it CLW, be it Zonal Railway, be it REB division, we bid through Indian Railway portal.
So, sir, what are the major projects where our products are already inside?
See, products are locomotive and coaches, different types of. We supply to CLW, we supply to BLW, we supply to PLW, we supply to RCF, ICF, MCF, all production unit, and there is a replacement demand from Zonal Railway. We supply to Zonal Railway too.
Got it. Like my question was more toward like we see more demand for trains like Vande Bharat, right? So, are we supplying to trains with where
Vande Bharat is future, and we are in association with DHL, developing product for Vande Bharat.
Got it, sir.
And so the current order book, how is it split, sir, between EPC, locomotives and coaches?
See, I can give you product is portfolio is around 80 crore as on date, and 100 crore is EPC business. Product orders come faster than EPC business because they are value wise they are smaller, and tender gets finalized in 3 to 4 months. EPC business volume value of the tender is higher. It is finalized into 4 to 6 months.
And sir, when what time period will the 180 crore be executed?
This we are planned to execute within this year.
Within this year, okay.
Yeah.
And blended.
And we have another 9 months to government business for next year. You see, last year when we closed our business last year in 25, our order book was 120 crores. And today, when we closed our 26 on at 144 crores, our book was 180 crores. Right. And as on date, we have done more than 27 crores of the business. And still my book is 181 crores.
Right. And so revenue recognition in this business, is H2 heavy? Then I'm assuming H2 would be heavier than H1, right?
Yeah, our business cycle is that H2 is slow and H1 is slow and H2 is heaviest. Right. And L4, last quarter is the major business.
Last quarter, right. And so because this is majorly a B2G business, how does the entire process work, right? From, execution is done and then receivables. I think that is an issue that everyone flags in a B2G business. What would your response be to that? I've heard now railway receivables are not really an issue anymore. It's very fast and on time.
Issues the railway does not have any payment issue. It's only the procedures which take times, and normally we get paid in 120 to 150 days after following the due process. But payment is assured, and we have not had even a single rupee bad debt in our history with railway.
Right.
If we follow the railway rules, payment is assured. If we don't, then you are in a problem.
And is there any possibility of these receivable days coming down, or that will always be?
It is at the end of the last quarter, cycle goes up because February, March funds dried up in government sector. But thereafter, from April to September, it comes down. But overall, almost 5-10 days here and there, nothing more than that.
Right.
The
Right.
procedures are same.
Right. So this is a working capital heavy business.
Yes.
Right? And as you grow, you'll need more and more.
Yeah.
Right. And what was the main rationale behind, going public for you personally, professionally? What was your thought process when you decided to go public, and how will it help, in the next few years of growth?
Now we have grown into up to a mid-sized company, and we need capital to grow. Either we borrow or we go public. So we thought excess borrowing would create problem later on for the company. So we have gone. We thought of sharing our wealth with the investors, and that's why we are here.
Right. And for everyone who's maybe not read through the RHP, what is going to be the price band, and what will be the implied valuation when we
Price band is likely to be between 95 to 99.
right, and the implied valuation of that would be
Around 180 crores
180 crores
post money.
post money. And I'm assuming that I'm just talking about forward numbers. If we were to execute 180 crores worth of order book with almost a 8 to 10% margin, that is a good valuation to arrive at.
But our margins, net margin, are more than 10%.
Yes, just base case.
Yeah.
Right.
But my philosophy is share my wealth with my new investors. That's why we have kept it at a lower end. It's
Right.
my valuation.
And you must have got this many times, but how do you look at competition? There are, as you mentioned, in one specific area, there are 4 or 5 other vendors. They got cut down from 15 to 5. Railways is anyway an industry which is tough to get into. You have RDSO approvals, you have technical specifications to meet. But how do you look at competition? There are many players in this segment. What is our sort of right to win, in that way?
See, competition anyway everywhere in every business, and we beat our competition by technology because we have our R&D. Because some people get technology from abroad, but unless you have your own R&D, you cannot Indianize that foreign technology. Even Siemens, big players, they face these technical challenges because their technical base is in Germany or France, and they are not accustomed with the Indian conditions. And their first time their system fails, then they improve on that. But if we have our own R&D, they are accustomed with Indian railway cultures. So we are better positioned to interact with our foreign suppliers to communicate with them the Indian condition, and accordingly they. Like I give you example of photo load converter. We have paid 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago, the advance for technology development, and their team is coming and going, and we are helping them to understand Indian environment. Now they are ready with the product, and we in a year's time we will launch it in Indian market.
Right. What exactly is the product, sir?
This is a hotel load converter.
Okay.
This will take power from over this OHE, one single phase, convert it to 3-phase, and feed it to coaches.
Right.
अगर आपने you must have traveled in Rajdhani Shatabdi earlier. So there used to be 2 generator cars. It is going to replace them.
Okay. Right.
This is a small equipment which will be fitted in locomotive,
And
then it will be feeding this power to the coaches.
Right.
Now, sir, has this been your strategy for all the products? You provide your local expertise to maybe technical guys sitting abroad making products.
Our strategy has been to do it on our own, but after some time, we have to roll out the product during with this short period. We need help of a foreign partners to give those products, and there are qualifying criteria also. To meet that also we need foreign credentials. It's not that my team cannot develop, but I have to meet the qualifying criteria of Indian Railway. So we have to source this technology from them. So it is better for us to feed them the real scenario so that they can take everything into consideration while they design the product for Indian market.
And so, investors tend to look at rewards as well as risk. So, two, three sort of things that stand out in terms of risk in your own journey, what you've seen in the last few years. COVID was a risk for you. Delayed tenders are a risk in railways. So, do you think any points that are
You see, major risk is the government policies.
government?
You can't have a control on the government. Like we had been making traction motor for DC locomotive.
Hmm.
2016 government took a decision they will go electric and would not make any more diesel electric. So that decision became zero.
Hmm.
These are sort of risks, but we develop alternative strategy. As on date, US, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, and African countries all are on diesels. So we modified the product to suit to their requirements, and we had been doing it for last 7-8 years, and now this year we are getting good business from those countries, which would compensate us for all the losses we have suffered in Indian business.
Right.
So these government if you are dealing with government, the policies of government is the major risk. All other risks we can cover,
Right.
and it is for all railway vendor.
Right. And so, will you at some point in the next few years start venturing into non-railway businesses?
We do. We have plan. You see, we are expert in power electronics, and it has uses in the power sector as well as the new coming data centers.
Right.
So our R&D is working on both. Soon there will be product because we are now established in railway and now in a position to venture into other business too.
And so, for data center, what exactly will be the product? Even if it's in pipelines.
Data center needs powers.
Right.
The product would be related to the powers.
Mm-hmm.
Battery charging, storage, batteries, all these things are part of that.
So, BESS something that you're looking at, battery energy storage, or is it?
Boss, let the product come, then I will
Right.
be in a position to
No, perfect.
tell you the exact things.
Right.
But power is the main thing, and
Sure. Right. And I mean, while it's very much public, could you just in terms of closing remarks, the size of the issue and the split of the issue, so that investors can catch up with that?
Size of issue is approximately 48 crores, depending on the price band, and it is opening on 3rd,
Mhm.
and lot size is 1200,
Right.
and issue is closing on 7th, and exact issue size is 47.91 crore.
Hmm.
Which we plan to raise in a price band of 94 to 99.
Right. And I've heard there are a good set of anchor investors coming in, so I think that is going very well for you all.
Yes, yes.
And while we are sure that the issue is going to be heavily oversubscribed,
We do hope, sir.
yes, no, definitely. I think theme is on point. A lot of capex happening within the railway sector, and good set of anchor investors coming in. So, but
I'll tell you, older days before COVID, Railway was, the government of India was putting 30,000, 40,000 as a capital expenditure.
Right.
Today it has reduced to 3 lakhs crores.
Yeah.
So that is that 30,000 capital we could infrastructure of that nature we could fund up through our own growth.
Right.
But if we have to match the railway pace, we need capital to grow, and that's why we are here.
Right. No, perfect. I think in closing remarks, the only thing that we've learned is that this is a good business within the railway segment. You're covering three most important sub-segments within the industry. While from an analyst point of view, what I look at it is it's almost at 10x or 12x 1 year forward earnings, which is very good and a very good sweet spot to enter any company, irrespective of the sector. And wishing you the very best, and hope to see you in person someday soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Priyambhai, we will end this, no?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Priyambhai.
My pleasure, Nilesh bhai.
Thank you, Sunilji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.